Hello and welcome to Backyard Food Guide. What I'd like to do today is to show you our red Russian kale that we have overwintered. So about 10 days ago it started what I would consider bolting, and I was really sad because we've been really enjoying the sweet leaves of the kale that has overwintered. But in doing a little more research, apparently we can eat the raab and the flowers of the kale. So I'm super excited about that, and I wanted to tell people about the nutritional value and what you can do in terms of harvesting what's here. So in terms of the plants that we have here, they started from seed last July. It is April now, and we simply just planted them, made sure that they were well watered and that we weeded just very gently around them. And then over the winter, we actually just left it alone, and it came back beautifully in the spring. We have been enjoying these leaves, which have been super sweet because they were overwintered. Now, if you're living in a colder climate, it might be a good idea to put some straw on top of the kale plants when they're really small once it gets below freezing. But especially the red Russian or the Siberian kale, for example, they can withstand temperatures of -10 degrees Celsius. So it works quite well in a lot of different kinds of climates. Many different kinds of kale can be eaten in terms of the flowering kind. However, I would recommend that you stick with either the red Russian or the Siberian, which has very tender leaves and stalks for the flowers. So what you can do with them is to harvest them at this age where it's the raab stage. And in fact, this is called napini as well. So not to be confused with broccoli raab, which is rapini. Kale raab is napini. And what you can do is simply cut off the stems here, and they can be stir fried. You could pan fry them with a little bit of garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper, and they're super delicious and sweet. What we're going to do today is actually to put some of the raab and the leaves and the flowers in a pineapple smoothie, and I hope it'll be delicious. This is the first time we're going to be trying it in a recipe, and my 12-year-old son is either going to give us the thumbs up or thumbs down on these smoothies. In terms of using this, they're super nutritious. This is the end of life for the plant, and so ultimately it's putting all of its energies into the raab and the flowers. So that's why it's a good idea to use them up and take advantage of them. In terms of health, definitely kale is full of calcium, and particularly the flowers themselves, it's going to be full of vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin K. So in terms of health, it would be a shame to waste them at this point, even though when I saw that it was bolting, I was tempted to cut them down pretty quickly after that. So here are the ingredients for assembling our kale pineapple smoothie. First, what I'm going to do is maybe save a couple of these pretty flowers to garnish our smoothie, so I won't be including them in the smoothie. And in a smoothie, what I'd like to do is often put the fresh fruit in first. So I'm going to save maybe 4 or 5 flowers here so that they can serve as a pretty garnish for our smoothie. We have 1 red apple, Gala. We also have 1.5 cups of frozen pineapple, and this is what will make our smoothie nice and thick. We also have 1 small banana. It'd be better if the banana was a little more ripe than this, but I think there'll be enough sweetness in this smoothie that we don't really have to worry about that too much. And for color, I like to put maybe about 1/2 cup of spinach and about 1 to 2 tablespoons of flax seeds for health. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop in the kale flowers, the kale raab, and the kale leaves. Okay, and I'll be back to show you the end result. So now my son is going to give his seal of approval, or not, for the pineapple kale smoothie. Great, thank you very much.